What's up, y'all? 1 2 1 2. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Oh man, what are we gonna do?
It's not your money.
It's not your money.
He is an old soul.
Yo, I don't know if y'all can hear me. What's up, Tin Top in the building? Tin Tops everywhere. We're never there. Everywhere, we're never there. Tin Top, good to see you. What's the word, people? What is the word?
You can find me in the sacred rooms, helping to save lives and make people avoid the tombs. Penning thoughts ever since my mother's womb. My words are like bullets when the guns go boom. Empire State Crisis. I never profess to be the nicest, just make sure my wisdom's the brightest. Sometimes you have to lose in order to win the hardest.
We must pay homage to him.
We must pay homage to him. It's not your money. All right, good to know. Good to know. It's good to know. Let's get it. Let's get it. So, man, I'm outside, man. This is crazy, man. Anyway, what's been going on? What's been going on, man? What's been happening? What's been happening? I figured let me get on and just to remind the people to don't get scammed, man. Don't get scammed. Don't listen to scammers. Now more than ever, please do not listen to scammers. Don't get caught. 95 of the influencers in this community don't know what the hell they talk about. 95%. I want damn near say 99% don't know what they talk about, even though they act like they do. They don't have a crystal ball. No one does. I throw myself in that equation. Yo, man, it's 2025. Things should have been looking spectacular by now. And it's not. And that's crypto wide, though. That's crypto wide. What kind of dip do they call this? Back in the days, it was the COVID dip. The other day was the what was that? What was the dip? The name they attributed this a certain dip that we had recently. Interpol dip. I don't know what you call this. I don't know what you call this dip. Yo, real talk. Like I was kind of thinking about this recently. You know how back in the days, back in the yeah, 99.999 for sure. You know how back in the days, when you're in crypto for a long time and you're thinking, yo, every 4 years, Bitcoin halving, 6 months to a year after the halving is when the bull market is pumping and this and that. Well, things are a little bit different now. Things are a lot different. I don't know if we could go by previous stats or historical information to really use that as some kind of reference or framework moving forward, even though they tell you past price performance doesn't guarantee future results. But you got to look at how, when you talk about altcoin season, Bitcoin and Ethereum been struggling. Bitcoin actually not so much, but Ethereum, my goodness, man. What the hell is wrong with Ethereum? But when you talk about altcoin season, the narratives have changed. You know, it's not the same altcoin season of like the past. What we dealing with now is something else because there's just too many altcoins. There's just way too many altcoins right now because back then, like 2017 and 2020, end of 20 into 21, you could pretty much throw any type of money at any altcoin and you would see some kind of return. And when I mean return, I'm talking about profit, like return on investment plus and then some. But now, fast forward to 24, and now we're in 25, bruh. And I haven't even checked. I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 million coins in crypto right now. Separate, it's like, do you really think, let's say there's 1 million, let's say there's 500,000 coins in the market, boom. You really think 500,000 are really going to pump all coin season? No, they're not. They're not. They're not. It's different. It's different now. You have a great deal of forces at play that are trying to call the shots. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, we're still using it as a framework, the 4 year cycle thing. But to me, it's just a little different, especially with Pulse Chain. I mean, yo, what the hell, bro? Like, I mean, it's not. It was never funny. I was gonna say it's not even funny anymore. It was never funny. Like as far as like, none of it was funny. It's definitely not funny now. Like, how must it feel? And I said this already, but how must your man RH feel to know that damn near 99.999% of everybody waiting for him to pull the levers? You know what I mean? Like, because the jig is up. The jig is up. Those of us that have been, we've been following this thing like we're in crypto school, some kind of crypto course. We've been taking, like, we've been just, bruh, following this thing like we were still on some COVID lockdown. Like we were in school, but you had to do homeschooling. We were doing this home crypto schooling weirdness by default, following this thing to a T. And it's at the point right now where everybody, I'm talking about people who don't even want to admit it, are admitting that they're waiting for RH to pump to pump the market, y'all. And not crypto market at large. We're talking about post chain. Because at this point, when I tell you meager results, if you had to sacrifice all over again, would you? If you had to do it all over again, would you? B Weezy said the feds are at play right now. Manipulating. Maybe. I thought man, maybe. Or maybe they're still working on sending Elon that email to tell Elon what they did last week as far as work. Yo, the whole federal thing is looking different. The whole landscape of federal anything is looking different. Your man Trump is making some waves, and so is Elon. Trump said, yo, Elon, go sick him. And Elon is like, arf, row, row, row. I got this. Row, row, row. That sounds like a parrot. That's not like a weak ass dog. Arf. But no, he ain't moving weak. Very aggressive. Like these guys, bro. What you talking about? Narcissistic billionaires, bro. For you to become a billionaire and your narcissism, sure, you have to have some kind of ruthless characteristic about you. You know what I'm saying? You have to. And then I don't know about RH being in that trifecta. You know how folks were lumping RH? Oh yeah, imagine Trump, Elon, and RH. No, that's a crack pipe dream. No, I can't imagine the three of them doing anything together because Trump had a chance to hold off on his meme coin launch and he just launched on Solana. He had a chance to hold off and maybe launch on Pump.Tires, and he didn't care about anything Richard had going on. So I don't think they even communicate like that, like we'd like to believe or speculate. What I call the resident attorney, and I say that not to be insulting. Nuclear Herbs, shout out to Nuclear Herbs. He's been the the contact person that's been basically giving us the rundown on the SEC case. He even issued a tweet. DJ Cryptomatic, what's up? He even issued a tweet, Nuclear Herbs, recently. I think as recent as yesterday. Surrounding these two gentlemen that received humanitarian awards for raising, I think, 20 to $25 million to help the people in North Carolina that suffered the hurricane incident last year. And Nuclear Herbs wrote something to the effect of, although those efforts are great, to raise money to help people who suffer the damages from North Carolina with the hurricane. He also knows somebody who raised $27 million for charity, but he is completely disrespected, one of the most disrespected people on the planet. Out of everything Nuclear Herbs, I haven't read all of Nuclear Herbs' work. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna pretend like I've read his work. and his posts and et cetera, et cetera. But I know he's been the contact person to shed light on the SEC rulings or developments, updates, interpretation, et cetera, et cetera. Out of everything that I might have seen or skimmed through that he wrote, that sentiment about how RH is one of the most disrespected people on this planet, if I could give that joint 1,000 likes, I would have, because he wasn't wrong. If he can see that, nuclear herbs, like I've been saying this for a long time, if nuclear herbs can see that, why can't the majority of the people in this ecosystem see it as well? And it's not about being negative, again, because y'all like to tout and espouse when you're speaking and bringing things to light, that's just being negative. It's not about being negative. It's about presenting factual information based on our observation. It's about being real, truthful, even supporting the spirit of being transparent. If Trump knew of him, why didn't Trump wait and launch Trump on pump.tires? Trump didn't care because he probably doesn't even know your man, RH. These people, they put him on a certain pedestal that's borderline unhealthy. And he got to keep up with the Jones in his own mind, whoever the Jones are, in my opinion, and deliver. Because everybody who knows about Pulse Chain, who's been here for years, is waiting. I don't care who you are, what you believe. You can lie to yourself if you want. Everyone is waiting for RH to deliver. Expectations are no expectations. None of that SEC magical garbage talk. Everybody waiting for him to perform. Period. And if he doesn't perform, it will be an epic fail for him. Period. And that's what the whole thing is about right now. This thing is like on limbo. Limbo. Like we're in the Caribbean, literally playing the game. How low can you go? When new lows? That's the mantra. When new lows? You got people conspiring. You got billionaires, pseudo million. I don't even know why did you have to change on me all along. What's so easy to see? Why did you have to change on me? Yo, back in the days, yo, it was an era with the freestyle music, yo. A lot of y'all don't know about some freestyle music. Some Noel, Silent Morning, man, some TKA, Arabia, and then the girls, Judy Torres, huh? Man, no Sarah, summertime. Yo, that was a time, man. Like if you were living in some kind of urban environment, yo, maybe even suburban, and you turn on a radio and you're hearing some freestyle, that disco slash love music, but it's like for the clubs and it's all about heartbreak. Man, that was a time, yo. That was a time. That was a time period, yo. The men were just straight up men, like they're just dressed in all kind of funky wear, but nobody cared about that. It was, and I'm running so fast. Information Society. Oh man, that was a time, man. Yeah, they professing their love for these beautiful, beautiful, exquisitely appealing specimens out here. That's why I always bring it back to that. They were expressing their fond behavior and their heartbreak. Oh man, it was a time, man. You couldn't, man. Listen, man. It came with an attitude. You had to. It came with a mood. It was a personality. It was an entire culture. That thing just faded, yo. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. And it morphed into some deep house music. Deep, deep, deep house music. Marshall Jefferson from Chicago, like the whole movement from Chicago, deep, deep, deep. Of course, you had the hip hop bubbling, but the underground, grassroots, conscious hip hop was taking shape and form. And at the and then simultaneously, you had the freestyle and the deep house bubbling. That's how you could see things like the merge and the hybrid with Jungle Brothers. Huh? Huh? With that song they came out, and it was house music, and it was just, man, house music all night long. Say what? House music, man. It was a time, y'all. It was a time, man. Imagine if we had crypto back then. My God. Man, our imagination, man, our brains were the computers of back then, y'all. Y'all think this is like imaginative now? All this AI and all that, man. It's a whole nother time. That's why I feel sorry for a lot of people who missed the mark today, man. You can't just be believing about somebody telling you they're a billionaire and they got your back. Cause look, when I personally believed in it and I made a song called 5555, I got smacked in the face. Cause it's 2025, February 26th at the time of this recording, and I don't see any glorious gains. Because what I did was, instead of just experimenting like I should have, like a real sound independent thinking, like I thought I was independently thinking, crypto person, huh? Instead of really, hedging my bets on different things and doing X, Y, and Z, I thought just holding on to the core was a win for me, and I miserably failed. I thought DCA into Pulse Chain, Hex, Inc., PulseX is all I needed. And why was that wrong to believe that was all I needed? Right? Man, I'm glad. I'm telling you, man, like listen. What's really crazy about this whole situation, right, is because Richard Hart himself that indirectly sent messages to the world via Twitter. Allegedly, no alleged, who cares? Because he says he doesn't communicate on Twitter. Meanwhile, you see him posting, you see posts on his profile like crazy. Who knows, whatever. But he put out posts talking about, hey, come get your free copies on Pulse Chain. And by the way, we have a coin that went 2 billion% gains. That's not a coin he created. We're talking about P-DAI. And you issuing that tweet in January 2025. The whole 2024, the beginning of 2024, you also sent another tweet talking about P-DAI went 5,000x without saying P-DAI. Did I wake up? Did I wake up then and say, oh, wait a minute? He's sending a lifeline to a PRC 20. He's sending a lifeline. Did I wake up? No, not at all. Not at all. Other people did. And look, like I've always said, if you got into something and you didn't grift anybody, then that's a plus. That's a positive. That's a benefit. And that actually helps the whole ecosystem directly or indirectly. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of the sacrifice projects that people gave money to amounted to be garbage. And so if you got into a project after the whole sacrifice phase of all these trash projects that came on the chain, and you got into something else that helped you see some bread, help you see some gains, help you see some gains that outperform Richard Hart's direct tokens, and you didn't have to fleece anybody, that's a plus. Salute to you, and I'm glad that even existed. Because guess what now? I have no choice but to shift my focus in other areas because your man made it that way too. Your man meaning Richard Hart. He brought it to the attention. Hey folks, don't only look at these coins. By the way, the OA is magically doing things on its own because it's all about magic. No, it's because you have a say in it, sir. Goodbye decentralization. Goodbye to that notion. That's not a thing, yo. Decentralization. Don't act like everything is 100% decentralized when it's not. Anyway, you supported P die. You supported how high it went. These multiples, these gains. I don't care if people think that the wallet number 2822 or whatever number it is attached to you or not. You supported it. And once you support that publicly on the social media platform, what do you think people are going to do? They're going to mimic you. They're going to copy you, sir. And that's what they did. And that's what they've done. And me, like a bona fide fool, want to ignore that and think that it's all about RH coins that he designed that can potentially go thousands and thousands of X's in the future. I'm thinking it's just that. Because you know what? Who wouldn't want to experience a coin that goes 10,000 X? And then it's a, see, I'm a late, see what I'm saying? When it comes to, listen, man, let me tell you something, man. This is why I don't do TA and all this other stuff. Because that's not my forte. It's not my forte. You know? It's not. I deal with my strengths. Yeah, yeah. I should have saw how everything was because there were signs. There were signs when you had these nondescript people telling you the thing would only go 10x. Why? Because they knew if that shit hit a certain number, if that shit for them went 10x, if Pulse Chain went 10x, they're dumping. And we talk about people who clicked up together and amassed, huge pools of money for a fee, some without a fee, but mostly for a fee to be high up on the leaderboard, to have all this crypto. And while the price has been super depressed, super suppressed, super repressed for almost 2 entire years, anytime that shit would even look like it's doing something, they're dumping. That's your friendly neighborhood crypto participants and ecosystem. So how do you think, do you really expect people to talk about, oh, something is going to go 10,000x? No, they're not talking like that anymore. No one's talking like that anymore. Nobody. And we see why. This is where we're at. It's where we're at. Man, there needs to be a panel of people. I'm talking about a panel of people Well, like y'all just keep it so real, so genuine in your own way. I don't care what demographic you're from. And you just talk your talk. You just talk your talk, man. Speak how you feel. Speak how you feel when you see everything going on and your man keeps talking about how he raised $27 million for charity, bro. You know, a person like me, I'm not taking anything away from him doing that because I haven't done that in my life. I don't think I ever will. You know, you got to be a special person if you could raise $27 million for some life extension, right? You got to be a special person. But wouldn't it also been so fire, so great, so noble of him to have also highlighted and emphasized the fact that where did the $27 million come from? Would it not have been respectful for him to have said, you know what? I did raise $27 million, but not without the help of the people who supported and believed in him. Have y'all heard him say that ever? But y'all glaze. You glaze to no end. You glaze and continue to glaze. Oh, he created a layer one and a layer two. No, you did not. You had to issue want ads on the internet and solicit developer for hire. Because guess what? In as far as crypto, the devs run the world. The devs. And you, along with everyone else who does not dev, were at the behest of the developers. We were and had to deal with their time. We were on their time. And you were looking crazy in these crypto streets in 2021, 2022, and early 2023. Oh yeah, he was looking crazy, and Richard was looking crazy in these streets. That's why the whole narrative of that many people forgot. Oh, software is hard. That's why we kept hearing every 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it became a meme. Software is hard because he didn't launch Pulse Chain like he coded everything. No, he had to solicit for hire. He had to solicit help. And you know what else is weird with that? This is what I'm saying. Y'all just you act like the dude is well loved. You act like the dude is well loved. If you're well loved, why didn't some of these people who claim to love you hard body? I don't even get pause because them dudes they just want to be gratified by dude. That's how they are. These guys, these fan people. Why didn't they just work for him pro bono for free for the love of Hex and RH? Huh? Huh? If they liked him so much, I'm telling y'all, something wrong. Something been wrong. Wake up. You know what I mean? Like it's just what it is. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making this shit up. The person there's too much human personality flaws that are blatant on the chain, right? It's just there. illuminating all throughout the chain, the flaws of man, humanity. You find it on the chain, and it's just too much. Sometimes people should just remain reserved and don't say too much, but it's too late for Richard. He gave too much away. He gave too much away to the point that he has to now eat crow and pretend like he's not eating crow. It's real. Because let me tell you this, right? You don't think people are going to remain indignant and continue to sell? They don't care what the OA has done. They don't care. Oh, the thing is 95% staked. OA just destroyed the yield. Anyone who was doing rolling stakes are wrecked. You think people care? Folks don't care. They're still going to find ways to work against him. Because it's not about, at some point, because, you know what I mean? It's not about doing things to make the world a better place. We've seen it. We see y'all welcome somebody who purported to be a billionaire. You welcomed him back like 3 months ago. Y'all welcomed the guy back to the point now where he's heading some kind of cabal group on purpose, vetting people in this exclusive Illuminati, yeah, Hex Illuminati situation, right? Remember, that was the talk in 23, all that. Well, that's happening, and it's like it's being made official in a way where the strategy of this group is to create ways to continuously extract from Pulse Chain. Not only extract from Pulse Chain, but once they extract, they could go on other chains. From one of your favorite billionaires that y'all welcomed back. What does that do for Pulse? What does that help you understand? That it wasn't about fellowship. It wasn't about adoption. It was about creating opportunity for them to dump. They were just looking for moments to dump. Anytime these things, very few times, the 2 times in 23 months, damn near, that the coins touched sack price, instant dump. You have outside influencers who made tweets talking about, like Ivan on Tech, who made tweet talking about, should we fork Ethereum and remain true to Vitalik's cheap prices and faster transactions concept and theory? Ivan on Tech issued that tweet like in January of this year, last month. Should we fork Ethereum? They don't respect Richard. It's damn near sad. Because, there's a thing like with me, I let me tell you something, right? As far as like music, I love underground. Like, I grew up on underground hip hop and mainstream. But when I got attached to the underground, it's like, yo, this is what birthed a lot of your most popular mainstays and celebrity of today, as far as the music is concerned. That's how I look at DeFi. The underground. When it comes to this cryptocurrency industry, it's the underground DeFi. Unbridled. You can't control it. It's not supposed to be controlled. It's literally P to P, PvP, person to person, persons versus person, player versus player, whatever you want to call it. And the blockchains and the decentralized exchanges. It's supposed to be as decentralized as possible. Underground, raw, permissionless, all of that. That's not really present in Pulse Chain like that. People are creating that. But again, this is Dude's empire. This is RH's situation. It's his system. It's his system. It's not a system that was born from his mind that he has absolutely nothing to deal with. Nothing. No. No. And I thought in 2025 by now we'd be singing a different tune. I thought the community, by and large, would be happy, right? Happier, feeling better. I'm not like I don't care what happens, like in a sense where it does matter what happens, but whoever decides to remain, stick around, especially with this Pulse Chain situation, there's gonna be a chance that I do believe that we're gonna go up. But I will never forget this right here, this last 3 years, 4 years. I will never forget. You pretend and act like shit didn't happen, you're gonna mess around and be doomed to find yourself repeating some shit. Because this right here wasn't it. Nah, it wasn't it. Mm-mm. Not like this. You got people like Westcott Crypto. I heard DJ Cryptomatic's mix. Like I caught that on replay. It was like a 3-hour jam of music and artistry that people in the community did. Right? I even heard him play some raps that I did. I was like, wow. Wow. Cryptomatic is on one right now, right? From front to back. I don't think anybody, when it comes to music or creating like something musically, I don't care if it was a cover you were doing, I don't care what it was, whatever. Westcott Crypto had about like DJ Cryptomatic played like, and I'm not exaggerating, man, and I don't want to exaggerate. I think at least 10 different renditions that Westcott did for the community, yo. I forgot some of those things he did, like all kinds of song, Billy Joel, Prince, some country joints. He paired up with other people in the community to make songs. The boys, Backstreet Boys, or the other, you know what I'm saying? Like NSYNC, like all this stuff he did. Prince, yo. And I was looking, I was like, yo, man, those were better times. We're talking like 2023. Better times. But then you had people in the community that just attacked him. And that shit, right, put like a blemish, no worse than a blemish over the whole situation of what I saw he was trying to do to help, like, even bring other markets into just in an entertaining way, just trying to create some stuff to help pass the time, right? That was very entertaining, funny, creative, and create some bonds among people in this community. And that shit got destroyed because of some people who just are so self-loathing, incredibly self-loathing. Where to the point where these individuals, whatever they got going on, I don't even want to deal with whatever they got going on. They could have situations going on to help you make money. I don't even want to deal with that because of that whole situation of how they attacked Wes. And for what? Then you have Richard Hart. Like loyalty is something that you can't buy, yo. People pretend to be able to purchase whatever they want as long as they have the money. They think they could buy your respect. They think they could buy your loyalty. They think they could buy your trust. They think they could buy your love. Loyalty is one of those things that if you have somebody or you know someone who's just a loyal person to you, a loyal friend, that's something that you should cherish. It's something that you should cherish because you don't know how far those ties can go in life. You know what I mean? You don't know. You can't see what tomorrow's gonna bring. So when you sow a seed or you create a bond with someone that's that strong, where there's some type of real bond there, it's impervious to wear and tear, to being destroyed. And you want to disrespect that and defile that bond by showing the person that you are not a person of honor, then you can't blame the individuals for just trying to for just disliking you and not caring about anything you're talking about anymore, man. I never saw no other artist or content creator create as much video, music, parody, songs, just entertaining content like Wes has done. I've seen nobody as many as how he's done it. And that shit it's almost like, yo, this dude just did it because he believed in Richard Hart. Just like songs I did, I believe in what I'm talking about. And all the other artists is because you want to contribute because you found something that you might feel yourself aligned with, right? A certain idea, a certain philosophy, a certain construct that you want to believe in and attach yourself with and just produce some work creatively. And what do you get back in return? Not that you looking to get anything back because no one got paid, right? You're doing this for the love. But what's the exchange? What do you get back? You get shat on, proverbially. You get shat on with hypocrisy and contradictions and flip-flop behavior and double talk messaging from the founder himself. But then you support people, the founder will support people that's done seriously questionable behavior that rise to the level of criminal activity, that rise to the level of scamming people. Richard supports them. That's why you have now a clear clear, like line division. Like I drew my line clear. This motherfucker's crazy. He out of his mind. There's nothing that anybody could tell me otherwise. Whatever, whatever. You want to believe in crazy? Go right ahead. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. I'm not. But I understand. No one forced me to get into what I'm getting into and to deal with what I deal with as far as, this crypto stuff and blah, blah, blah. It was my decision, my choice, my risk, all of that, all of that, all of that. But for real, because I create content, because I use this platform to talk, and I've been doing this for years, I'm going to talk my talk and not care who feels any way about it. Because at some point, you just got to be real. Thinking that somebody's being real and they show you something else that's two-faced. They show you something else that where they're lying. They show you something else where they're showing you hypocrisy. If you don't point that out, it's almost like you damn near support that. You know what I mean? When the chain and everything, because I'm still glass half full. I'm hopeful that things should work out. Because right now I'm not gonna accept that we're gonna skip this cycle. Like, I'm not gonna accept us missing a fucking cycle. How? If we missing a cycle, then there's some new shit with the crypto industry altogether. The entire industry, except for Bitcoin, missed some type of cycle, right? I'm not gonna accept that. We gotta miss a cycle for who? Why? Because of the plays and the manipulations that are taking place over here. That shit ain't the supporters' fault. Like, as far as, like, people who just been real, honest, just want to be crypto enthusiasts, mind their business, get to a nice little bag and live life. That's not our fault. Not our fault. I don't glaze people, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to glaze and none of that. Shout out to Eco Builder with the Reality Hex Reality TV and all that. I thought that was something very creative, and I still think it's creative. And I hope that works out because at least I could bring some kind of value by way of entertainment, right? It might even, you know, spark some ideas or inspire and motivate people to do other things. Creatively speaking, it's about creativity and adding to the fold, not subtracting or extracting and taking away and stepping on the people who've been trying to support your ass for years. This guy is so damn disconnected. It's not even funny. He's aloof. He disconnected and he's presenting like he doesn't even care how he look. He don't care about reading the room. And I'm talking about Richard. He don't care about reading the room. He don't care about how he looks. You want to support people who done, weird scamming activities, and you just go right ahead and do it like it's nothing. What messaging you? What are you sending? What friends do you have? You have loyalty around you. You have love around you. Anybody trust you? Huh? Oh, I forgot. You said you were bulletproof in Christmas. You said you were bulletproof and safe, which lets me know you concerned. You don't feel safe. Why would you have to say that you're safe and emphasize that and that you're bulletproof? A lot of you guys, man, I feel sorry for you too, man. Like, I know some, young men, young men It's not easy becoming a man where you have no type of guidance to lead you or to use as reference in life. No mentors, no fathers, right? Where you grew up in a single household and your mom had to damn near do the role of two people, mother and father, which she could never do because she doesn't have the she's not a man, right? Right? And you trying to make it work, you trying to be responsible, you trying to follow your own moral compass and make things work the best way you can. Almost like training yourself how to be a man. Sometimes you connect, you find connections, right, in life. And the internet is very easy to connect with people online and you could become whoever you want to become, right? When you listen to a person like Richard, he sounds like he's very convincing, right? This man is knowledgeable, he talks a good game, and he backs it up, right? Shows you that he backs it up with his knowledge, quote unquote, right? And for a lot of you guys who never had a father, never had a big brother, never had an older person, a man who really like took you under their wing to lead you and guide you, you would look into somebody like RH on the internet and he would seem like someone who had potential to kind of like fill your void of guidance. That shit is dangerous, yo. That shit is dangerous because you're watching how he's moving and you don't know whether he's coming or going because you don't know where he's at and he ain't telling you where he's at. So be careful who you allow in your life to lead you. 100%. And I'm speaking to the men. I'm speaking to the men, not the boys. I'm talking about the men, able bodied, conscious, right? Rational, responsible, mature men who want to be productive in life, who want to conquer some shit, who want to stand for something, who have some type of principles, and their word means something. They live by a certain code and integrity. That's what I'm talking about. Not people who just give you words on the internet and they don't back it up 100%. Richard hasn't backed up his words 100%, and that is something that I didn't think I would even have to ever freaking say. And I'm saying that. That's crazy to me, man. That's crazy, bro. Because I tell you, like I'm full circle with it. Because in the beginning, I didn't support it, but I thought I was being ignorant, which I was. Then became participant, active member, streaming, participating, crypto, onboarded a bunch of people, including family. Where family members are asking me now, yo, what do they do with this hex? They just looking at it like, wonder you got scammed. What do you want me to? They don't even want to be in their minds. I'm supporting a scammer, right? They feel like they got scammed, and they don't want to associate with that anymore. So they don't even talk about it. They damn near forgot they even have hex. It's just sometimes when they see me, you know how sometimes you don't see certain family members or friends, and then when they see you, they remember how you made them feel the last time you saw them, and God forbid you would talk about fucking hex within the last 2 years. Yeah, it's one of those situations where people don't understand market behavior. But this shit is deeper than market behavior. This is about market manipulation tied with human personality and behaviors, borderline narcissistic, right? borderline, like personality disorder type defect situations that having a direct impact on your investments. And then pretending like you connected with people who you're not connected to because nobody give a fuck. Nobody who's rich really is caring. And if they are, they're not showing it publicly, which is a little crazy to me because this dude loves to be in the public. But you can't because of what? You trying to fade to black? You shat on Satoshi, called him a bitch for abandoning the Bitcoin community. But you don't think you abandoned because of some Twitter feed on a profile that you say you don't communicate with anybody online with. That's what you use. And that's supposed to make sense. And people are supposed to take you seriously with the flip-flopping energy. You know, a man who doesn't have a certain level of responsibility in life won't understand another man who takes care of their family. You understand? If this dude was really a family man, yo, you think he would operate like this? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But it begs to question. This is why I say there's these huge disconnects that's taking place here. Mid-40s, you rich, and you're not paired up with something exquisite. You mid-40s, you rich, and you're not paired up with something exquisite. Fuck wrong with you? I don't even care if you gay. That shit don't mean nothing to me. Whoever you smash don't make me eat. Like, get with the program. You rich, and it's pussy and ass for hire. What you doing? Fuck you doing? Cause what else is it? You like making people laugh. I'm thinking dude got the personality, all that shit, do mad funny, and da da da, blah blah blah. You should have buns chasing you on a regular, the regular. Female buns and male buns chasing you on the regular. Cause you that guy. Whether you get down with men or not. That's not the point. Motherfuckers claim they ride or die and shit. You rich, you in your mid-40s, and what you doing? Come on, bruh. 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 We not. Listen here, man. Listen here, bro. Listen here, man. We're not playing these games, bro. We're not playing these games, bro. You know, somebody put him on to, you know, the number one crypto influencer. I'm not gonna say his name because the dude's living like super wrecked. The number one crypto influencer. Someone pulled his coattail years back in 22 when he came to the States and he did the whole bidet, and then he was, you know, in Miami flossing with or dancing, prancing with some of the members in the community, the shanty town. Someone pulled his coat and was like, yo, why are you mixing and mingling with this crypto influencer, man? It's a bad look. And I did a stream about that too. Like, yo, what is that? You know what his response was to the guy? Something to the effect of, the influencer has clout, something that you don't know anything about. Something to that effect, basically to try to little boy his staunch advocate. for this weird crypto influencer who always gets into problems, who's just been a literal wreck for the past 3-4 years. Yo, some people in life, they don't know how to read people, yo. They just don't know how to read people, yo. Big Boy is wrecked. The poor guy is wrecked, and I'm not trying to, beat up on him, but he wasn't the guy to be pairing up with. I don't care how much of a fanboy he was fawning over RH back in 2022 when RH came to the States and linked up with Big Boy. Wasn't the win. That wasn't it. I mentioned that back then. And then somebody pulled his code and was like, yo, dude, why are you hooking? And Big Boy has clout and you don't. Oh, and what is that clout? 3 years late, 2+ years later, what has that done for the community? You see, you're a poor judge of character when it comes to, dude. Richard don't know how to pick friends, bro. His radar off. Dude ain't, look, you might be on point. You could break down some crypto shit, yo, hands bar none. You got it. And not be a developer, you got it. And you raised your $27 million with the help of Hexagon, you got it. And you raised $2 billion with the help of the participant, you got it. And you launched, layer 1 and Dex by hiring people who create. You got it. Yeah. Serial entrepreneur selling dildos and stereos, you got it. But picking friends, you don't got it. Not at all. You do not have that skill. And if you do, it needs a great deal of improvement. No, for real. How are we looking in 2025 having some kind of bizarre, low-level conversation like this for Pulse fucking Chain? We approaching March, and it's nothing but butt cheeks for the price, bruh. It's ass cheeks for the price. It's a damn shame. It's deplorable. Deplorable. You launch a meme factory, and what did that do? Oh, more eyes. Oh, since you guys don't, you don't know, what you're doing. If I want to see something done, I need to do it. I could do a better job than you. I could do. JPEG. You want to see JPEGs? I could do a better JPEG. But why would I want a JPEG? Why would I want to pump that tires? Pump that tires. What has that done? Okay, burning Pulse and burning this, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Pulse looked like it's touching all-time lows. Oh, it is the shakeout of the shakeout. Everybody making excuses for this dude. A shakeout of the shake, and I just blame him because it's his operation. And 99.999% of everybody waiting for him to pump the market. So he gets all the smoke. Unequivocally, all the smoke. Yeah. It is what it is. 2025. She got nothing to do with hurting and this and that and that and this. No, patiently waiting. Been patiently waiting since 21. Been patiently waiting. Didn't depend on launching any fucking sacrifice or bum ass projects and coins to live off the money from the entire shanty town. I'm not that guy. Wasn't doing that. Didn't have to do that. So it ain't about being hurt. This is about looking around and looking at this. I'm like, what is this? Oh, you waiting for the SEC ruling to come out? Okay, any day now. Yeah, any day, any day, any day. And if that prints green candles while he's still dealing with Interpol, then so be it. But I'm never forgetting these times. Ever, 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 ever. And some people, yo, there's some people, yo, they posting, whether it's true or not, they're posting shit on the line, on the timeline, that's making RH Maxis look crazy in these streets. And guess what? They're not wrong. They're not wrong. Because I bought into the fucking Kool-Aid. They're not wrong. They're not wrong at all. Sad. And what did RH do? Urinate and defecate on the Maxis. Be careful who you listen to. I mean, I swear for all that is good in life, in the world, be careful who you listen to. This dude is just unbelievable. Unbelievable, yo. This thing is a mess. It's a mess right now, yo. Prices are deplorable. These numbers so under sack price, and this dude's gonna tell you, there's so many people that think they're better than me. I'm the guy that raised $27 million. I launched the L1 and Dex. Motherfucker, we're not talking about that. What planet are you on? Oh, you can't tell nobody because you hiding. That's the shit too. Dude is hiding. Stop playing and lying to yourselves and pretending shit ain't what it is. That's pathological mania right there, yo. Pretending like dude ain't doing what he's doing, even though he's doing it. And it's clear. And you making excuses for him. That shit is different. Oh no, hey, Axel Pros, I see. What's up, y'all? Be Weezy on Prospector. I see y'all. Blue Collar Grunt. Yo, it's crazy, man. The guy that onboarded me quit and disappeared in the middle of 2022. Now I'm thinking, who's a bigger fool? Could be me. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yo, if motherfuckers updated their worldview, why don't you put the rest of the community onto game? Why don't you do that? Instead of being weird and just evasive and strange, huh? And secretive, weak. Motherfuckers, if you updated your worldview, Richard, put the people onto game. Because I thought you were about making the world a better place. You're fake. You're faking the funk. Shit is disgusting. Disgusting, bruh. And then you crying to Vitalik like Vitalik care. Vitalik don't care. And then you know what's the weirdest shit about this whole thing too? You glaze Vitalik on a Twitter, on X, tweeting Vitalik. Hey Vitalik, hey Vitalik, show and prove. Hey Vitalik, you don't speak like that, but oh Vitalik, this and that and that. And Vitalik don't give a fuck. You didn't think people would catch on that you the main reason why your market is pumping or your market isn't pumping. You the reason. You got billionaires, purportedly, alleged billion. They don't need people to be talking about numbers they got. It's like any other game. People conflate and inflate their reality. Anyway, What benevolent whale is going to fall out of any kind of nondescript ocean, land on Pulse Chain, and save the fucking day? What benevolent whale is going to do that? There's nothing organic going on over here. That's what people got to, hey, look, I had to come to terms with that. I had to come to terms with there is nothing organic taking place in this crypto shit, especially on Richard Hart's Pulse Chain. This is Richard Hart's system right here. This shit ain't decentralized. You could lie to yourself, 45, 50,000, 60, 100 million, 1,000 validators all over the world and pearls and all this shit and this and that. And then you see the OA create movements. How's the OA doing that? We have artificial, oh no, it's evasive, it's magical talk. We can't talk about this. The dude will talk about, oh, maybe the African priests. Don't talk shit about African priests, sir. You know nothing about that. Maybe you should get familiar because you need spirituality in your life. Because your shit is not aligned the way it's supposed to be. I could see it. And I'm not the only one that got sight. Huh? It's called common sense. It's his operation. And you're moving weird. That's what the word is. Like, I don't even have to stream all the time. It's like, oh, here we are. We still here. We're still here. I'm waiting to see some of these people who pillage through the community with their sacrifice. But I'm waiting to see what happens to them. What happens to them? More nothing, because Wild Wild West. I'm waiting to see if anything happens. What happens to them? People have been mad quiet and scared. I don't even know why. You support all these grifting opportunities and scamming, sacrifice nonsense. Lose your money, lost it. All right, so chalk it up for a loss. Yeah. And at the same time, you know what's a bigger loss? This Pulse Chain, PulseX shit. This shit is grueling. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you stop crying, man. Why are you crying, man? Every day you keep crying. You're crying. Hey, you're crying. You know, whatever. Say whatever you want. We still here doing what we got to do. Waiting for Richard to pump the bags. That's crazy, but that's the truth. I didn't want to believe it last year, the year before. I didn't want to believe it when people in the whole Hex community were saying that. That's what I mean by, man, hindsight is 2020. If I would have just paid attention a little more. Listening to weird promoters flashing their body parts, trying to get people excited and grift them at the same time, yo. That shit healthy? Scamming pieces of trash. You're watching people show you to your face. Oh yeah, we're doing this trip. We're going here, we're going there. And they will tell you that you shouldn't have to criticize, that you're coming from a position of just being bitter. What? I got nothing to do with that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because if it's about collectivity, if it's about more eyes, if it's about bringing everybody in the community into the situation, then you have to deal with everything that comes with that, including criticism. If you have a friend who's slipping like a motherfucker, slipping like they just live on a sheet of ice, they just can't. All they do is slip, and they are slipping like a motherfucker. If you have a friend who's just literally fucking up on their way to just crash against a brick wall, would it not be in your best interest? Because that friend's success will be your success. Would it not be in your best interest to be like, yo, what's up, man? You good? But I see some of y'all don't know what that even, what being a friend to one another even really means, truly. And you could tell RH has no, what friends he got? Eric Wall? No, seriously, what friends he got? Jack Plebin? Who called him a scammer? Yes, Richard, you're a scammer. What friends he got? Vitalik? What friends dude have? Feel bad for dude too, yo. Feel bad for. Don't envy him. I don't envy him at all. But what friends does Richard have? What friends? And I'm not talking about some weirdos that just fawn and just like, have his picture plastered all over like some type of, maniacal individual. We're not talking about that. Obsessed. Because to some people, he could do no wrong. That you have that. Some people in the community, he could do no wrong, yo. That shit wild to me. Because they're incredibly biased. It is what it is. But that's that, man. That's what's going on, man. Y'all gotta bounce, man. Take care of yourselves, man. Be well. Great to see y'all. Thanks for rocking with me. Until next time. Peace.